Autobots, transform!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the toy review. George 80s Transformer fan here. In front of me, I have Powers of the Prime's Terrorcon Blot. And here is his packaging. He's just in this little bubble packaging. There is some artwork for him on the back of the packaging. And through the artwork, we still cannot identify what type of beast or creature this was. I didn't know it was as a kid. Blot is one of only two Terrorcons I actually owned as a child. I had him in Hunger. Never could really make Abominus. I put in Aerial Bots and Stunticons to make it happen as a kid, but never had the complete set. And here is the inside of his packaging. You can see him clearly on display. He looks pretty cool in there. You can see his fist, his gun. And here is some, like a CGI render, because it's not like the real toy right there, of Blot. Side of the packaging, there is Abominus in combined mode with him reaching out. Back of the packaging is the product shot. It shows you everything he can do, shows you the Prime Masters that he can switch out, and I guess works best for him. And his brief bio says, Terrorcon Blot. How would the foul Terrorcon foot soldier wield the power of the primes? And again, not much there to that. Anyway, I'm going to get this guy open and take one more step closer to forming Abominus. This is my third Terrorcon review. Pop him out and pop out his little bio. I always say bio, but it's not a bio card. It's just a collector's card. And I don't think it's highly collectible at all. Got out of there. There it is. There's the artwork of the full creature that he becomes. And I guess his prime is Onyx Blot. I don't know. Anyway, Hasbro 2017. And get this guy out of his plastic. Well, alright. We bypassed all the annoying tie downs. And we're going to slide him out. Like I said before, he's packaged with the fist, which becomes the Prime Master Chamber. And he comes with one weapon, a gun. And these guys all have guns. And they didn't give the Dinobots. They gave like 2 of them guns. And that was it. And then the other ones came with swords. But anyway, here he is out of his packaging. And he looks pretty cool. Not the face that I would have expected. Not the face that I really remember. Has a red visor. Has a little molded piece on his chin. He has some molding in his face. Very stern look on his face. He has some molding in his chest and some painted in details, which looks really cool. And then little screws that are in his chest actually look like they're part of the sculpt. The way they're in there, they might be pins. I think they're just pins. The little teeny tiny molded Decepticon logo right there. Looks great. A little bit of paint on his lower legs. Looks pretty cool. Looks very convincing as a robot. He has the little molded in claws over here, which is very nice. Yeah, these molded in claws are reminiscent of Ripper Snapper. Here is his hands beneath the claws. And actually one of the claws actually articulate with the hand. How cool is that? That is very cool. I thought they were molded together, but that's pretty darn slick. And one weird thing, 2 of the claws are painted. And the middle claw is not, is part of the same purple mold, and it's like a purple paint that's almost the same if the camera's picking it up, but different, which is kind of weird. They could have saved that paint app. And turn them around, you see the paint for what is the beast mode. We'll get to that. He looks pretty good, and I'm going to shoot through his articulation, which is the same on these figures. It's pretty standard. Any Combined War figures you have, you know what you're going to get, but I'm going to go through it anyway in case someone doesn't have any. So the head, it really can't look up or down. Well, it has a little bit of movement in there. Or if you move the chest piece, you might, nope, not really. But it opens up to, I see the reveal, the port for the Prime Master Chamber. And coming to his arm, it's ball jointed. There is a lot there. It's 360 in this way. It's 360 in that way. You can get it out to the side this far, get his hands up that far. And he doesn't have the upper bicep swivel, but he has a ball joint at the elbow that allows him to get pretty much all the same motion, up and down, in and out. Coming out to his hand, I just showed you it only articulates for transformation. I guess you can get it up a little bit this far to get a little bit more dynamic look out of it, or pose, something like that. Coming down to his waist, we got total clearance is actually underneath his waist, and it's 360 and all the way around, even with his backpack on his back. Coming to his legs, ball jointed at the thighs. We're going this far with it, this far with it, front and back. He can do a lot of stuff with that. He has an upper thigh swivel right there. It's 360 in. Coming to his knee, we can get it up this high. We can rock it front, back, side to side. He can pretty much cross his legs and sit down, which is very cool. And I don't think there's anything at the foot. It's a sculpted foot in there. It looks good. It looks a lot better than Center Twin's foot down there, but you're not going to get anything out of it. I can see the separation there where he transforms. Now I'm going to take his gun, get his gun out, put it in his right hand because I am right-handed. And you can pose him with his gun, his weapon, in combat, blasting, Autobots, Technobots, what have you. Trying to get him to stand up, but I'm sure with a little bit of effort you can get him to stand in any pose you want. Here's his Prime Master chamber. I accidentally stumbled upon that, which is cool. It's concealed. They could have did this to everybody and concealed it instead of just having a gaping hole. But you open that up, put that in there, and if you own a Prime Master, and you can take it and put it in there. I don't think it seals up after you put it in there. I think it just sticks out, and you just put this to the side, and that is molded, like a molded little vent in there, which looks pretty cool. I think that's pretty much it for his robot mode. Now I'm going to try to get this guy into his beast form, into his unknown monster. I wish I had my book. I might have to wiki and see what type of creature he is. I know it's not Earth, and I'm not quite sure if it's Cybertronian because these guys were working for the Quintesson sometimes. I think they were like double agents or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I think his head flips back. What's on one complete joint? Wow. Oh, look at that. This little molded detail, little fans or vents right there. That is pretty spectacular. I'm gonna bring his beast head up. Okay, yeah, that's not working. That's all right, wait. I'm gonna put this back, and I'm just gonna bring his beast head over this head, and yeah, that works better. Just bring his beast head up. Wait, close this chamber back. Bring the beast head up. Bring that down. All right, there we go. I believe, and he retains. Oh, this becomes his 3-limbed claw. Freaking awesome. Rotate this around to his beast mode. It's pretty. All right, take his feet and they fold up to his back, and then you bring the monster feet down. It looks like it pegs in right here. I'm having trouble getting it to go there. Maybe I got to get something else out of there. All right, there we go. Around here. Had to push this little purple piece forward and peg it in right there. Get this false hood up. And here is the little bugger. Okay, here he is in his beast mode, and if it wasn't for the cartoon in the G1, it's like I did not know what the heck he was supposed to be. Like with the mold, I'll bring out the G1, but here you can see it's like monster face and head. He's like from another planet, and it looks like his mouth opens. I mean, it's cut or molded like it does. Yeah, it does, but I'm having trouble getting it to open. Maybe I gotta lift the head up some, I don't know. But I see it opens. See that? I can't. Alright, we'll come back to that instead of wasting video. I'll figure that out off camera and not waste the video. But yeah, here is a little creature. He was like really rowdy on the cartoon when they were like waiting for the next assignment and just standing there. He would go up and just push another Terrorcon and they would get into a shoving match. So in this mode, you can see the awesome paint apps here. He has what looks like 2 cannons on the front that were represented as stickers on the G1, and he has a lot of detailing in here molded in and painted that was stickers on the G1. He has the false rub symbol, and it's properly done. It's outlined in silver. I think the Cutthroats was missing the silver, and I thought it was supposed to be all black back there, but you clearly saw, oh no, it's not Cutthroat, Center Twin was missing the silver. And he has this little port here where you could take his gun on a cartoon, and in the G1 toy he had a gun that's set up here when you attach the little backpack piece. His claws look freaking awesome, and his leg is untapping right there. But whatever this little thing is, it's way better than when I was a kid. I just couldn't fathom what he was, what type of creature, whether or not his mouth was his mouth, whether his eye was an eye. Speaking of G1, I'm going to pull it out, bam. And as you can see, like, his eye was there, but it was unpainted. Just right there. I always said I was going to paint it, and I guess this was the representation of his mouth, like his lower jaw. But it was like, what the heck? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't close up the legs. And this is the G1. It was like, oh my goodness, what? The Terrorcons were horrible, and you can see his genuine rub sign rubbing up there where they got the false one over here, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't have the little backpack attached to him because I popped this out of the combined mode. His little backpack holds his individual gun. Sorry I don't have it. There are little claws. Side by side you can see the similarities and the updates that they put to this figure. And great improvement. This is a much better version. Wish I had it as a kid. He seems more monstrous, little compact garbage eater or something like that. Looks very, very cool. And also you can take his Prime Master and check it for more ports than just that one. It's the only port I see in this mode, so we're gonna prime him upside his head. Prime Master in there. If you want to, you can fold the arms out of the way, and if you wanted to, you can add the gun here. You can do a few different things with his Prime Master. You can put it there and have that. You can put it there and have that. A whole bunch of different looks. But he looks very, very cool. I mean, he's putting the G1 to shame, which he should. All right, I'm so geeking out about how much better he looks than the G1 in this mode. I didn't do articulation in his beast mode. He has the arms, he has the ball joints. But because of the large chest here, some of his articulation is hindered, where his arm is, I'm trying to bring it forward, but it's kicking out to the side. And I'm kind of releasing the chest, but you can kind of get it up, but it's hitting this little shoulder piece right there where you really can't get it up. You can kind of move it around a little bit, but he has a lot of articulation at the elbow, so you can move this around. And he has the articulation here that he can get a little pincer motion. Maybe he can hold some weapons in this mode with that. And he has a hinge in and out here at the thighs where he can get a little bit wider. I didn't even check that out. I don't even know what this is. His hip, it just goes back and forth here. Yes, you can get some type of, maybe not, some type of positions out of there if you work at it. And then it's a crying shame that they didn't put anything in at his knee. He's stuck like this, but he has a rocker down here, a ratchet, and it's very strong. But they totally missed the knee. It's like, wow, why did they leave that out? He could have had so much more. You could have got him to stand a little bit taller. But maybe the people that sculpted him wanted him to remain like this. Maybe this is what he is, just this little compact, like I said before, garbage eater guy. Nyam, 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 nyam. Here they are side by side in robot mode. You can see where they took the stickers over here, made it molded in detail in here for both modes. They kind of flip-flopped it a little bit, which is pretty cool. And the amazing and much needed updates to this figure. And again, he's a deluxe class figure, and for what it is, he's not even one of my favorite characters. I don't even think that he has this personality ever represented that much at all in the comic books or anything. But excellent figure. Like the purple, like the blue, the silver, all the colors work. And he's good as a standalone figure. If you just happen to only grab this one, he's pretty cool. And I think the Terrorcons is one of the best sets out of Powers of the Prime, Titan Returns, and Combiner Wars that I've reviewed. I'm loving the Terrorcon so far. I can't wait to finish them off and get them all combined. So I highly recommend this guy if you don't have him. He's in stores everywhere now, and you should pick him up. And I'm George, the 80s Transformer fan, saying, see you soon.
Autobots, transform!